everyone, Stacy from Dies to Die For. We are redoing our volume event live video because it was cutting out so much, so Kate so graciously agreed to put another video on for us. So we're going to do it all again, but we're going to go over the same thing. Sorry if you got it before, but we're doing it again. All right, here's our new release, our November release. This is our new lantern and our new slimline plaid. We also have a few others, like our boxes and our wrapping paper. 'Tis the season word, our December words with that little cute reindeer and sleigh, our 2021, and our holiday words. If you've been following along, we have the seasonal words, like we have the spring, summer, and fall words, and next month we'll be releasing the winter words. The holiday words is made to work with all of those, so you can mix and match all the sets. It's kind of fun. Then, as I just pointed to, we have our December 1st releases over here, our branch frame slimline, our dancing shoes, it's a new year, the music note border, and then the winter words again. All right, and that's that. Oh, and I wanted to show you real quick, I found a fun new product. This is called Arlene's Glitter Snow. I used it on this card last night, and I also used it on a log cabin. It is so much fun. So we will be adding this to the website soon, but I just got it in to try. It's one of the easiest snow products that I've used. So I just wanted to show you that real quick because I had so much fun with it last night. All right, let's get started with our cards. And if you don't know what our website is, yes, we are Dies to Die For, but our website is actually shopscrapbook101.com. You can also find us on Facebook under Shop Scrapbook 101 and YouTube under Shop Scrapbook 101. I just write that on my little board so I can remember to tell you. And then we are doing show specials on our site. I cannot remember the exact amount off. I think it's 25% off, but you can go to our site and check that out. And somebody let me know what the show special is that I actually set. And that show special is just on the Dies to Die For. It doesn't count for the Gina Marie's. Okay, let's get started with our season's greeting card. I started with my candy cane stripe background, and this was the last piece that I had, so I had to tear this part off from the last show. But I put it on my background, and then I inked around the edges in green. Then we're gonna take our wood plank background and adhere that down. Now this wood plank background is going to be a little bit too long because we're using it sideways. I've got glue on the front. So you can either put it offset so just one side has the edges, or you can put it right in the center. I like it right in the center. Okay. There's that, and you can wait and cut these edges off till the very end, or you could do it right now. In our live, I did it at the end, I'm doing it right away this time. That edge didn't get enough glue. Okay. Get all those brown pieces off the table. Then we're going to take our random circle wreath and some green ink. I'm going to use the Lucky Clover Tim Holtz Distressed ink. I'm going to put a little bit on the edges here that I cut. And I already did my card. And I had showed you in the live video how you can take some brown ink and just distress this wood grain paper that I used on all of the brown pieces for this card kit. So I didn't do it on my original sample, but I'm gonna do it on here just because I really like the look of it. And yes, I'm purposely making some spots darker. I'm not starting off the edge of the paper like I normally would, but I like the little dark rustic looking spots sometimes. Okay. Now our green ink around the wreath. And you could also put a little red if you want. I think, actually, yes, I did on my original sample. And do the inside a little bit. Let's take our fired brick distress ink. We do have the Tim Holtz Crackling Campfire in now, in both the distressed and the distressed oxides. I meant to grab one to try that to see how the color works, but I didn't. It's been a little stressful day. Okay, let's get some glue on the back of this. When I glue, I don't make sure that everything's completely covered. I just kind of spot it on in places. Okay. You can dab it down if you want to get some of the excess off, or however you're gluing it. You might be using glue dots or sticky dots. Put the wreath right in the middle. It's off to one side, but oh well, because I'm going to have pine needles over here. Take my sticky dot sheet then. I've already put my pieces on. Get my pine needles off of there. These pine needles are better if you run them through like the Xyron sticker maker because they don't web as much on that. These sticky dots do web them up quite a bit. I don't see one of my tools to get it out, so we'll just go with it. One pine needle, I put the big one on the bottom. And then these two smaller size I put on the top. Just kind of eyeball it where you want it to go. Remember, you're going to put the 3 jingle bells right here, so save enough room. When I have something that webs, that's all I do is use one of my die pick tools. Just get them out of there. These jingle bells I also reused from last kit because I don't have any more silver paper here. So since I don't have them stuck down, I will ink the edges a little better than I did the first time around.
You don't have to ink it if you don't want, but I have to ink everything. Or put snow on everything, or put glow-in-the-dark Nuvo drops on everything. And just kind of layer the bells so they're cascading down. This is from our Jingle Bells die. Okay, center of my bell doesn't want to get under there. There we go. We'll put a little bow at the top. And this bow is off of our mistletoe die. Boy, I'm just making a mess with adhesive today, aren't I? Now, the little red strings on this are the strings off of the Jingle Bells die. These, we're just gonna make them go around the wreath a little, wherever you want them. If you wanna cut a piece off, kind of tuck it in a little like it is going underneath of the wreath. And start it back up. You can do that too. Okay, we are almost around there with this. Then next, you're gonna take your Season's Greeting words once you get done with your ribbon. Yeah, that looks funny. Let's not do that. Need a little more curve to my ribbon. There we go. Okay, then you just put your Season's Greetings on. Or if you want to say Merry Christmas, or if you wanted to use our new holiday words and say whatever you want. You get me the holiday words thing, Ev, so I can show them. And then I tuck this underneath the bell a little bit. Okay, here's our holiday words. You could replace it. Our holiday words have shadow behind it too, but you could replace it like these. You could do Merry and Bright, Season's Greetings, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. You can, they're really nice because you can make whatever saying that you want. And you just have one die set instead of 16 different words. Okay, there's card number 1. On to card number 2. This is our slimline card. Slimline cards can be all kinds of different sizes. The cards that I use and I make our dies to fit are 3.5 wide by 8.5 long. So all of our dies, right now anyway, will be made to fit a card this size. Like our new plaid slimline. This one I just cut in 3 different colors and layered it. We'll be doing a YouTube video on this one, so watch for that. And I did not cut another snow border, so my son is gonna go get me the stuff real quick to do that. And then all of your snow borders and your cabins that I sent in the kit, I sprayed with shimmer spray, if you can see that, shimmering a little bit. I don't think I got the snowman. I got the icicles though, like that. But the ones that I'm doing today, if he can find the pieces for me to cut it, will not have a shimmer spray on it because I don't have time for that to dry. But while he's looking for the dies that I put on the table, yep, I will build our cabin. Okay, you'll each have a brown cabin and a white cabin. The white cabin, I cut the top off of. And make sure you cut it on this little skinny piece and not this, because this is the underside of the eaves and you wouldn't have snow on there necessarily. You can, depends on where you live. And I also cut the chimney off because we're gonna ink the chimney. This card, I made a lot of the pieces white so that I can show you if you don't have that perfect color that you're looking for, you can always cut it out in white and ink it and make the color that you want. So we're gonna ink this piece. This one's gonna be brown. I also, in this kit, inked the farm truck in red, and then I colored the tires. You have to make sure that the paper is 8.5 by 3.5 and then cut straight down the center. Sorry, he's trying to cut my piece for me. Anyway, I colored these and I inked these. I inked the deer in a brownish color and then did the antlers a different color. I inked the porch piece brown, and then on the Christmas lights I just took my finger and put some red and yellow on there. You can put whatever colors you want, but that's just what I chose to go with.
3.5?
This chimney I am going to do in, I think, both the tea dye and the gur, because I want the top to be a different color than the stone part. The gur I'll put on top. Tea dye. I like that, it makes the chimney look a little more reddish. And we put a little bit of glue. Chimney on there. And we're gonna glue our roof piece on. I didn't bring it with me, but I did a log cabin last night and with the glitter snow on the roof. It looks so cool. I rubbed some of the glitter snow in between the logs, and oh, I can't wait to show you guys make a card with that. We take our icicles. See this? I'm doing much better this time at remembering all my pieces. It needs to go on the, so it's on the right hand side. And you just line the roof with your little icicles. And I just cut them out in white like it was snow hanging over the edge, but they look cool cut in vellum too, with a little white ink behind the vellum or diamond glaze on them to make them look a little glossy. Okay, and then the log cabin, once you cut the roof off, don't throw it away because you need the little door out of it too. Cut that right out of there. And then let's see, what color should we ink that in? We will ink it in the Gur, make it a little darker. Done with our little cabin. And Evan got the border piece cut for me just in time. Put the snow up a little bit high. Our cabin's gonna be really under snow, but that's okay. He's not amused. Now remember to put our porch piece on this time. He's not happy with what he did, so he's remaking me another piece. He didn't know, I didn't explain it to him. Okay, there's our porch. And then while we're waiting for him, I'll put the Christmas lights on the roof too. Usually when I do this, I put the pieces on the card. Oh, I did the other lights in green, not yellow. That's okay, I have red and yellow Christmas lights this time. And this, if you can't get it to go around the roof just right, you can also cut it like we did the ribbon on the last card. I think that went on there pretty good though. Our messy Christmas lights. Okay. It's got this piece all ready for me, so let's put some glue on it. And again, I like it when my pieces pop up, so I'm not putting it right up to the edges. I like to mention, oops, looks like I got some brown ink on it. How'd I manage that? Probably because my ink pad's sitting right next to me, open. Okay, our little cabin's all done. So let's get some glue on him. And that noise you hear is Evan. I'm not sure what he's doing next to me, but he is inking something. So I'm not going to complain as long as he's crafting with me. He said he's making a hand turkey. We'll have to show you when he's all done. Okay, then I took a little yellow and I did inside the window, make it look like a light's on in there. Some of you in your kit might still have your little white piece that came out of the window. You can ink that too, if you want. I don't know where mine is, so we made this kit really quick so we could try to make a second video before the end of the day. Okay. Nope. I forgot to do my other wheel. So let's color my other wheel in real quick. And when you ink the truck, if you ink a little bit over the wheel wells and the tires, it doesn't matter because you're going to cover them up with marker anyway. I just try to stay away from the wheel wells with the color, so it gave that little white shadow effect, because I kind of like it. Okay, there's our farm truck. Now we're gonna put, let's start with our trees, and then we'll put our oval on. I did one little tree over here, or one big tree. This is the biggest tree in the set. These are our woodland pines. And these pieces are, plus the bigger deer that you have in your kit, and the smokies, are all from our log cabin set. These are not the deer that we are using on the card. Well, you can use yours if you want. That's why I put them in the kit. But I used the little deer and the little snowman off of the winter house set, because the log cabin was made for a card or a scrapbook page that goes this way, so the deer were way in the foreground of the log cabin and the log cabin was in the background, kind of like this. The cabin would be way back there. So they were a little bit bigger, but when you're doing a card that's only 3.5 inches, you want a smaller deer. Otherwise they look a little funny. I thought they did anyway. You might not, but I did. So we cut out the little deer. And the bonus to cutting out the little deer was we got the little snowman too, if you want to use it on your card. Put them right there, tuck that deer behind. We'll put our little snowman over here. Let's see, I need a fine tip black so I can give the snowman some little eyes. Need some eyes and some little pieces of coal for his little buttons. There we go. Oh man, I need a little hat for him too. We'll have to think about making that someday, huh? Okay, now the oval on here, the first time that I did it, I used a red that was a little more pinky. I wanted it to be more red, so this time I'm using the Tim Holtz fired brick. Seemed to like the color of that a little bit better. Oh, are you ready to show them your hand turkey of mine? And go around the edges just to make it stand out. Put a little glue on the back. And kind of line it up in between the trees and the cabin like I did on this one. Okay, and I want to ink. Oh, there goes a marker. I want to ink my smoke piece with a little bit of the Simon Hurley Wolf